Hello, good evening. This is Janpha Thadphoothon. This is my show actually, English in the library, in the garden. But as you can see, I'm not in the garden, I'm in my library. This is the 2nd of April 2020. And this evening, I would like to invite you to look at one of the second language acquisition theories by the name of noticing hypothesis by Richard Schmidt in 1990. Schmidt proposed that we learn a second language. We learn the language by noticing the language. We learn it by noticing the language. And by noticing it, he means that we notice the form of the language, the grammatical features of the language. And if you are a big fan of SLA theories, you will immediately see that the noticing hypothesis is another explanation is not the same as the input hypothesis by Stephen Krashen. Stephen Krashen argues that we learn the language by understanding the input, but Richard Schmidt actually said that the input alone, understanding the input doesn't guarantee that you would acquire the language. You need to actually notice it. So noticing is a very important feature. And I quite agree with him that you need to consciously notice the language. Not only noticing, you need to what we call collecting. I mean, you need to notice and then claim the ownership of the language. You have to take it. Noticing is not enough for me. But anyway, according to Richard Smith, noticing is very essential in second language acquisition. By noticing it, I would like to explain that noticing means you notice the sounds, look at the ending sound, the initial sounds, the connected speech as well, you know. And then you should notice the grammatical structures, the usage, how it's put into use. The spelling is very important. You got to notice the spelling, like the difference between the American spelling, traveling, and the British spelling, traveling. So this is very important. You need to notice spelling and understand their collocations. For example, the word coronavirus, or COVID-19, COVID-19 patient. You have to understand the words associated with that particular keyword. Corona patients, coronavirus news, for example, collocation and the use, what happened when the word is put into use. Okay, and these are some of the things that you should be noticing when you learn the language. I still maintain that learning a second language or any other languages is very important for you to notice the language, noticing, taking notes, and appropriating it. You need to appropriate the text. Appropriate means take that repertoire, take that speech, and then internalize it, bring it into your experience, integrate that use within the context of your world. So it's a bit deep today, but anyway, language learning, or if you are teaching the English language, is very important for you to really understand some of the SLA theories. And this evening, I introduce you another one of the most talked about Second language acquisition theories, that is the noticing hypothesis by Richard Schmidt, proposed in the year 1990. It simply said that you learn the language by noticing the language. Thank you for watching. I'm Janpha Thadphoothon. See you in my next video.